It is you. I love you. Okay, let's see. I'll mute you guys and then we'll get going. What's your name? Have I met you? What is it? Rachel. Rachel. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hi, Erica. I'm Katie. Okie dokie, schmokies. All right, friends. All right, friends. You don't have to be up. But if you like it, it's okay. I'm going to leave it open, yeah. Just to keep some air flowage, I think, right? Unless that bothers anyone. Air flowage is good. All right. Hi, friends. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see. I've been gone for the last couple weeks, so I'm back now for the foreseeable future. As far as special announcements, I have a new class that I'm starting next Sunday, actually. So I'll teach this class next Sunday, and then after 12 to 1:15, I'm going to teach TRE, which is a new modality that I've been getting certified in since last June. And it's basically, TRE stands for tension and trauma releasing exercises. So it's a set of 7 simple exercises, nothing weird. And then you just lay on the ground and it basically gets the natural mechanism in your body that is intended to release stress, trauma, tension. It just kind of kickstarts it into gear. And then so you just lay there and your body just shakes. Everybody shakes a little bit differently. You're completely conscious. Your eyes are open. You can talk back and forth with someone if you want to. So it's not like breath work. If you've done my breath work classes that you close your eyes and you go in and it can be really cathartic. It's more you're present, you're conscious, and it's supposed to be much more gentle and just really accessible for all. So that starts next Sunday here, 12 to 1:15. And then I'm also teaching the following day, Monday night, 6 p.m. to 7:15, the same class. And so going forward, basically starting, Sune is teaching the same class. Sune, the person who owns the space, she is also certified in TRE. So there was only 2 certified providers in Utah. And now that I've done this training, there's 3 more of us who just got certified. So there's 5 certified providers in Utah now. So it's like, it's annoying because it's not really out there and not very many people have heard about it, but I think it's like one of the coolest things I've ever personally had the chance to bring into my own practice and now share with others. So I hope that you guys will try it. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. It is not a mosaic class, so it's not by donation. I believe, I'm not even sure to be honest, but it's on the TLC website. I want to say it's $25 per person. I was curious about being able to offer it as by donation on Monday nights, so that is still kind of like up in the air. This place, the way it runs is just like confusing, so figuring that out, but I'll be teaching those classes starting next week. And then I'll just throw out there too, I have my breathwork training and yoga teacher training coming up next month. The yoga teacher training is full now, but the breathwork has 1 more spot if anyone's interested. So, okay, thank you. Let's just start laying down. You look nice and comfy, so let's just all lay down. Yeah, Jane looks comfy. You weren't the only one. You look comfy too. All right, friends. So if you want to stretch or anything like that, take a moment to do so. You can take your arms long, your legs long. Maybe you even hug your knees in, just take a little rock. Maybe just a little bit of self-massage. You can massage your forehead, kind of pinch your eyebrows. Maybe give yourself a jaw massage, or sometimes I even just like to tap my fingers on my heart space on my chest, down to my belly. Just kind of feel immediately my physical body a little bit more. So as you are ready, find a position where you can just rest and relax and be still. So it doesn't feel like you have to do anything to hold yourself up. You can just give in and give all your weight to the ground. And once you get there, close your eyes. Or if you really prefer to keep your eyes open, soften and lower your gaze so you're not looking around the room with big satellite eyes. And then just take these first few moments to transition and to really arrive here in this space. So obviously you've all made it here physically, but see if you can now arrive energetically, emotionally, mentally. So whatever's happening outside these four walls right now, you can just kind of let it fall away. And feel your body on the ground. Feel the sensation of the ground underneath you. The stability of the ground underneath you. The sensation of the air on your skin, and even just the energy in this room, the energy of being in community. And start to notice whatever is flowing through your own inner space. So maybe you even use your imagination and just visualize the inside of your body. And in some way that makes sense to you, start to visualize your breath, connect with your breath. See it as it flows up and down the length of your torso, up and down the length of your spine. See it as it expands and creates space every time you inhale. And every time you exhale, feel your body just let go and melt. Everything contracts towards midline. So with this extra awareness of your breath, next time you breathe in, just fill up as big as you can and hold in fullness. Take an extra little sip at the top. And then big sigh out your mouth, release. Ah, beautiful. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Every tiny little space expands, inflates. Hold, extra little sip, teaspoon more. And then open your mouth and let it go. Ah. So nice, you guys. 1 more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Wake up your body with this breath. Take that extra sip. See if you can take 2 this time. And then let it out. Big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Seal your lips now and start to cultivate ujjayi breath. In and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And it's just like you're taking a gasp in really, really slow motion as you inhale. Each exhale is like you're fogging up a window, but with your lips sealed over the breath. This breath is slow and steady and smooth. It is not rushed. So stay connected to ujjayi breath. If you want, you can just stay here a little longer or a lot longer. If this is where you want to be the entire class, just laying here and being in this space, feeling your breath, connecting to yourself while you're in community, awesome. That's your yoga practice today. That is perfectly fine with me. So you always have permission to take care of you. If you're ready to move, keep this breath going, flowing through, and just hug your knees, everybody, in towards your belly. And take a little rock from side to side. Give your low back a nice little massage. And then after a few rocks, let both of your knees fall over to the right side. And you can extend your left arm out to the left if you have space, or maybe you just goal post your left arm on the ground. Gaze up or over your left shoulder and take big, spacious ujjayi breath down into your belly. Exhale all the way to emptiness every single time. And then at the end of your next exhale, see if you can use your strong core to bring your knees back up through center. Maybe take a little rock or give your knees a big squeeze. So take just a moment to neutralize And then eventually, other side, knees fall over to the left. You can extend right arm out to the right or goal post your right arm on the ground. Gaze up or over your right shoulder. And send your big, intentional breath down into your belly. Slow and steady, just warming up your body from the inside. So you're fogging up a window inside your body. You're starting to build a little bit of heat just by breathing in this way. Ujjayi, translated from Sanskrit, means victorious or vibrant. So how does your vibrant breath feel in your body today? Bottom of your next exhale, bring your knees back to center and take a moment once again to neutralize. So you can rock it out, you can give your knees a big squeeze, maybe even lift your head up. Wrap your forearms around your shins. And then if you want to find your own way up to hands and knees, that is just fine. Otherwise, invitation to rock and roll forward and back a few times. And as you rock and roll, see if you can find some hover time. So maybe on your upper back, maybe on your sit bones, like you're in a boat pose. After a few rocks, a few rolls, just cross your ankles and roll over your feet, come forward to hands and knees. So eventually everyone hands and knees and just intuitive movement. So no right or wrong. And see if you can just get curious about your own body. So rather than doing what you always do, see if you can just feel in this moment, what does my body want to do? Where does my body want to go? Might be helpful to close your eyes to get out of your head. So that voice that says, what's everybody else doing? Do I look weird? Is anybody watching me? That voice gets to fall away and you just get to feel your body. So sometimes I like to even imagine I'm an animal, I'm a four-legged creature. I just woke up from a long nap and I'm getting ready to run through the jungle. So how would you warm up? How would you prepare to move? So just feeling around. And give yourself about 3, 4, or 5 more breaths, just like this. Eventually, downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start your own transition back to down dog whenever you are ready. Once you get back to your down dog, same thing. You're exploring. You're feeling around from the inside. So feel your strong hands on the ground. Spread your fingers really wide and push into the ground. Even imagine you're gripping the ground like you're a gecko holding onto a screen door. And then see if you can find in your down dog the lift that comes from your center. So rather than feeling like all the weight is in your hands and your wrists, imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button. And it's pulling up, it's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So if you need to bend your knees a lot or even lift up to your tiptoes a lot, that's perfectly fine. In my down dog, my heels are not on the ground. So it does not matter if your legs are straight. The intention is lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. And see if you can feel your breath supporting you from the inside. Take one more great big inhale into your down dog. And then listen as you exhale, walk your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Once you have arrived, all the weight is now in your feet. Invitation to bring your feet out wider than your hips for this first forward fold. Make sure all of your toes are facing directly forward. And then ragdoll pose. Grab opposite elbows or fold your arms overhead. Or if you want, you can even interlace your fingers at the back of your skull, the base of your skull. Give your neck some traction. So in this forward fold, again, knees can be very bent. See if you can bring your weight slightly forward. So less in your heels, more in your toes and the balls of your feet. And then feel that invisible rope attached to your belly button. Now it's pulling straight up. So use your core to work the stretch in the backs of your legs. Relax your neck. sway or bob or bounce. So literally feel your upper body like a rag doll, just dangling, hanging, nice and heavy. One more round. Nice, Ash. As you breathe in, find your halfway lift position. So spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, bow and fold. Do that once more, halfway lift. Stick your butt out and press back through the tops of your thighs. Broaden your sit bones. Exhale, fold. And then this time we'll take it all the way up. So come through your halfway lift. Keep rising, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Flow with your breath for just a moment. Inhale, high mountain, stretch. Hinge at your hips, lead with your heart. Exhale, dive down. So feel your core engage as you take your dive. Inhale to a halfway lift. Get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, bow and fold. Press into your feet and rise all the way up. Arms extend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take that one more time. Try closing your eyes. Inhale, reach. So feel all that space inside of you. Exhale, dive down. Feel your body move through space and traction out your spine. Inhale, lift halfway. See if you can feel the length in the back of your neck, sides of your neck. Exhale, fold. Nice job. Rise back up. Heart leads. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Nice work, friends. Inhale, high mountain. This time as you exhale, hands behind your back. So interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back and down. So squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Try not to lock out your elbows and see if you can reach your hands back away from your body. Maybe add a little back bend. So hug in with your inner thighs and press your hips forward. Puff up your heart. Lift your chin up just slightly so your head is not collapsing back. Take one more big inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, exhale, lead with your heart, take it all the way down. So you're in a forward fold with your fingers interlaced. See if you can be here for a couple more rounds. Let your head hang, your neck is relaxed. See if you can lift your butt up by using the strength in your core. See if you can lift your knuckles up by using the mobility in your shoulders. Take one more big in-breath. Awesome, Jody. As you exhale, hands to your low back. Then release your clasp, let your arms hang, let them dangle. You can give them a little shake or shake your head. Reconnect to Ujjayi breath if you've lost it. Next time you breathe in, find your spinal extension. And from this place, plant your hands or your fingertips like you're a four-legged animal. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. So gracefully and lightly and intentionally, plank position is where you'll end up. So once you are in your plank, shoulders over wrists, hips level with shoulders, take little rocks forward and back like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Yes. Spread your fingers and push actively into the ground. If you'd like to modify, you can come to your knees at any time. Next time you inhale, little rock forwards, you're on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower 1 or 2 inches down, bend your elbows a little bit. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Go a little lower, exhale 2 or 3 inches. Inhale, push back up. And then this time, go halfway down. So 90-degree angle in your elbows, strong shoulders. Inhale, push up. Nice work. Slow as you can go. Exhale all the way to your belly. Beautiful. Find any back bend you would like to take. So if you know me well, I love Spider-Man Cobra here. You might take a Sphinx, baby cobra, full cobra, up dog. Nice, Amis. And when you are ready, no hurry. Nice, Jane. Downward facing dog is waiting for you. Ujjayi breath. So not only can you feel your breath, you can hear it, that gentle whisper noise, that oceanic sound. It's your own internal rhythm. Back in your down dog. We'll be here for about 5 rounds total. So if you want more strength work, and this is just an option, you do not have to take it, Option to turn it into a turbo dog. So the only thing you change is your arms. Bend your elbows a lot and hug your elbows in towards each other. So it's almost like you're in a dolphin pose, but your forearms hover just an inch or two above the ground. Yes. Relax your neck. Let your head be heavy. And keep lifting using the strength in your core. That invisible rope is pulling up, tugging back. Take one more big, huge in-breath, everybody. Nice, Brittany. Awesome, Lori. Exhale, look to the top of your space. Step or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, spinal extension, lengthen out. Exhale, bow and fold. Ha. Root to rise all the way up. Inhale your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, we will start to build our flow. Inhale, high mountain. And then as you exhale, chair plane. So bend your knees and swing your arms back behind you. See if you can keep your heart lifted so you're not rounding and looking at the ground. Your shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. Your heart lifts like you're doing a cobra pose. And then as you sit back, feel your core engaged. So draw your belly button in and up. Now you can choose to stay right here or maybe float up to your tiptoes. So if you lift your heels, the higher your heels go, the lower your butt goes. See if you can sit lower. You've got more range of motion in your legs. Awesome, Casey. Take one more full round wherever you're at. Sit a little lower. Inhale, heels on the ground, arcing Tadasana. So come right up into a little baby back bend, cactus your arms. And then as you exhale, we'll go right into our forward fold. I like to bring my hands together at my third eye center, all the way down. Breathe in, spinal extension, realign your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, however you'd like to get there. See you in down dog. So move through your vinyasa however you want. You can add a couple push-ups. You can take it on your knees. Nice, Meg. Maybe you want to skip it all together or substitute cat-cow. So it's always up to you. Honor your body. Once you are back in your dog pose, big, spacious breaths. All right, from your down dog, next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. And if you want to explore for a moment, feel free. You could open your hip, you could roll out your ankle. Yeah, and then eventually, let's say in your next breath or two, square off your hips. So inner thighs face one another. Your right hip faces down, slightly back. Feel a long, strong, powerful line from your fingertips all the way up to your heel or your toes. Take one more big, huge inhale and breathe up into your toes. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your back, hollow out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. Lift to your back, tippy, tippy toes. Exhale, step through softly. So low lunge. Nice work. Take your time to rise. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. So strong legs, all of your toes face directly forward. And rather than feeling like you're sinking as deep as you can, you want your longest stance, but then you hug back in towards midline. So your front hip pulls back, your back hip draws forward, and you feel really sturdy in your foundation. So your legs are your foundation. Your upper body is your expression. So whatever you're doing with your upper body, feel it. Do it on purpose. Be intentional. Spread your fingers or soften your fingers. Maybe you're smiling or maybe you're making an angry face today. Whatever it is, it's for you and you're experiencing it with intention, with attention. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, just like we did in our chair pose, you'll hinge forward and reach back. So see if you can feel your core, draw your belly button in and up. See if you can feel your inner thighs, squeeze them towards each other. You can stay here if you prefer. Otherwise, see if you can float just nice and easy, your back foot off the ground. So lean forward and keep your back foot active. Try to spread your toes. Imagine a smiley face shape from the crown of your head back to your heel. So you're not lifting just your head, but you're lifting your heart. Hug your shoulder blades towards your spine. Take one last round. Nice work. Come back, land softly if you can. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, low lunge. All right, stay in your lunge position and just add a twist. So left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. If you want to modify, you can gently set your back knee down. If you are not modifying, your back leg is really strong and powerful. So it's as if the power of the pose is coming from your back toes, moving through your back leg and connecting right at your center. Breathe down into your belly. And see if you can work your twist as you exhale just a little bit further. Take 2 more. Good job. Very end of your next exhalation. Let it go, unwind. From this place, we won't do this when we're flowing, but right now we're gonna come into a wide-legged straddle. So hands all the way over to the left long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten out your legs, and you've got about 5 to 7 rounds to just take it wherever you want. So you might use this as more of a resting pose. Catch your breath, come back to your breath. Or maybe you want to play, maybe you want to challenge yourself, headstand, Skandasana, handstand hops, heel lifts. So lots of ways to explore. Wherever you go, your breath, your awareness is right there with you. Stand. Good job, everyone. And when I give you this time to just do things on your own, to be in your own body, notice, where does your mind go? Do you tend to go somewhere else to distract yourself? And if so, no judgment. But just notice that. Start to bring awareness to that and remind yourself over and over again, come back. Feel your body, feel your breath, be right here. Take one last round wherever you're working. If you want, big open mouth sigh might feel good. Very nice. All right, fingertips to the ground. Walk your hands to the top of your space. Low lunge. So rotate your toes forward, and then from your low lunge, you're gonna come into a standing split. Lift your left leg up. And it's called standing split, but don't let the name intimidate you. All it really is a one-legged forward fold. So it does not matter how high your left leg goes, but I do want you to feel your left foot as it floats in space. Make your toes active. If you want to play here, maybe you take handstand hops. Maybe you wrap your right arm around your right leg. So hand behind ankle, forearm behind calf, elbow behind knee. Wherever you're at, your breath is supporting you from the inside. If you're holding the pose, see if you can feel your core lifting you out of your leg, that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. One more in-breath, friends. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So both knees bend. It's like you're in a little tiny ball balancing on your right foot. Inhale, re-extend your left leg high. 3 times like that. Exhale, crunch, knee towards your nose. Get small and compact, empty out. Yes, inhale, re-extend. This is your last one. Curl in, hollow out, little crunch all the way to empty. Very nice. Inhale, re-extend. Now listen, step your left toes to the back of your mat. So back to your low lunge, and then pivot your back heel down, sitting up a warrior 2 stance. Rise when you are ready. Virabhadrasana 2. Nice, Eric. So right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly towards the windows. And as you bend deeply into your front leg, see if you can feel your knee tracking towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing towards your big toe. So present in the outer edges of both feet. Nice, Diego. Good. Everybody, beautiful poses. Take one more deep breath in your warrior 2. And then as you inhale, reach for the front wall like you want to touch it. See if you can even feel your rib cage slide. Reach, 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 reach. When you can't reach anymore, side angle. All that has to change is your arms. Right arm towards the ground, left towards the sky. Nice, Will. You could also reach your left arm forward and work the length of your left side. You could rest your right elbow lightly on your right thigh. If the half or the full bind is in your practice and you want to go there, go for it. You've got about 3 more rounds working this pose in your way, in your body. Keep your heart open. Keep your hips open. Keep wrapping your front butt cheek underneath you. Press into the outer edges of both feet. One last big spacious breath. From the press of your feet, next inhalation, reverse warrior. So all the way up, reach up, and then reach back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. If you need to straighten your leg for a second, totally fine, but then bend it. And as you bend your front knee, imagine you're trying to lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Puff up your right ribs. Soften your face. Feel your pose, your expression of reverse warrior right now in your body. One more big inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot and just step your back foot forward, nice and easy. Forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Inhale, spinal extension. All right, exhale, fold. Bring your big toes together and keep a little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, so tiny little potato bug ball, butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. And you can choose, you can try to keep your heels down or press your heels down. That will work your ankle flexibility. Or you can choose to lift your heels up high, which will work strength and balance. You could also choose, if you'd like, to wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a hug. And get as small and compact as you can when you exhale. See if you can find your very, very center, find emptiness. As you inhale, feel the back of your heart. Breathe into your back body. Last couple rounds in your little potato bug ball. Good, everyone. Nice, Kim. As you inhale, heels on the ground. Stick out your butt and lengthen your spine. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You can widen your stance if you want to. Rise all the way to stand. Inhale your arms overhead, high mountain. Pause in your high mountain and check in. So notice, what are your own imbalances when you're standing with your arms reaching up? For example, I typically tend to flare my ribs forward and stick my butt out. Some people do the exact opposite. They tuck their tailbone and round their upper back. So see in your own body, is there any way you can find more optimal alignment? Neutral pelvis, neutral spine as best you can. Just standing, reaching up, so much awareness. Keep your weight in your right foot and lift your left knee up, standing staff. Active through your left toes, flexion through your left toes, dorsal flexion. So your toes flex back towards your shin. Take one more inhale. Then as you exhale, figure four with chair plane arms. So sit back, reach back, weight in your right heel. Yes, good. Keep your left toes flexed, keep your ankles strong. When we are flowing, this is where we'll go. But for right now, we're gonna hold. So if there's anywhere else you would like to explore, feel free. You could take it into a forward fold. You could take it into a twist. You could play with an arm balance if that's in your practice and you feel like it. So about 3-4 more rounds. And if you're just falling out, coming back in 10 different times, awesome. Meet yourself right there. Good, very nice. Good focus, everybody. Ujjayi breath, last couple. Good work. All right, we're coming back to a standing staff position. So right foot on the ground, left knee lifts. If you need to, you can set your left foot down, take high mountain. Otherwise, left knee is lifted and maybe even extend your left leg forward. One more in breath. As you exhale, curtsy squat, hands to heart. Bring your left toes off the right edge of your mat. Get low in your legs. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Take little pulses for a moment. Breathe down into your legs. Try not to lean forward and look at the ground, but instead tone your belly, navel to spine, and reach your tailbone towards the earth as you draw up through the crown of your head. Pause in your lowest place. So as low as you can go, take one more deep breath. And then inhale, high mountain pose. Both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Exhale, little baby back bend, cactus your arms, puff up your heart. Inhale, realign, re-extend. And as you exhale, slow dive takes you all the way down and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. However you want to find your way to downward facing dog. Good job, everybody. Once you're back in down dog, take a moment, reconnect. Notice right side versus left side. Fire up your breath if you've lost it. Next, inhale, left leg to the sky. Take a moment if you want to explore. Open your hip, roll out your ankle, circle your knee around. So up to you, feel your body. And then eventually, let's say next breath or two, square off your hips. Nice, Liz. So inner thighs face each other. Most likely your left leg can't go as high with your hips square. Let go of height. Go for length, strength, and power. Yes. Awesome. One more big inhale. Good, Kathy. As you exhale, left knee to your nose. So round your back. Inhale, stay here. You should be on your back. Tippy, tippy toes. Push the ground away. And then exhale, step through softly. Yes. Take your time to rise up. Crescent lunge. There is definitely an element of balance in your crescent lunge. You are balancing on the ball of your back foot. So in order to help you balance, hug towards center, hug towards midline. Front hip draws back hip draws forward. And find your stability as best you can through your legs and your expression through your upper body. So maybe you're lifting your heart really high, feeling your chest puff up like you're proud today and bold. Or maybe today, you feel like just bringing your hands to your heart center. So whatever you want to connect with, as long as it's on purpose, take one more big inhale. Exhale, hinge forward and reach back. So stay in your lunge just a little bit longer. Keep your heart lifted and squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Now see if you can feel your strong core. Keep your inner thighs hugging in. Lean forward and let your back foot just float up. So imagine again that smiley face shape from the crown of your head back to your heel or back to your toes. Nice, Charles. So use your strong back muscles to lift your heart. Use your inner thighs to lift your heel. Beautiful. Take one more round. Awesome, Emma. See if you can land softly. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands to the earth. Stay in your lunge a little bit longer. Add a twist. Right hand down, left arm up. So revolve lunge. High on the ball of your back foot. Nice, Victoria. Or if you want to, of course, you can modify. Back knee could come down gently. Imagine that you are trying to drag your left hip towards the back wall, but at the same time, you're hugging your left knee towards your right armpit. Breathe down into your belly and your low back so your spine is long. Take one last round and use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. Bottom of your exhale, let it go. Wide-legged straddle towards me, towards this side of the room. So parallel your feet, straighten out your legs, or keep a little or big bend in your knees if that feels better. And this is all you. So you can do what you did on the other side. You can do something totally different. Wherever you want to go, about 5 to 7 rounds. Come here, I get you water. Nice job. Last couple. And then bring your hands or fingertips to the ground. Crawl them to the top of your space back into a low lunge position. From low lunge, standing splits. So left foot Roots down, right leg floats high. And if high today means 1 inch above the ground, awesome. So it doesn't matter how high, just go for length, strength, power, energy running all the way up into your right tiptoes. If you want to play with little hops, if you want to play with balance, feel free. So your pose, get whatever you need to out of it. Go inside and feel. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, right knee towards your nose. So round and hollow out. Bend your left knee so you're in a little ball. Balance on your left foot. Inhale, re-extend. You can take a hop here if you want. Exhale, knee towards your nose. 3 of those. Yes, inhale, re-extend. Last one, exhale, curl in, little crunch all the way to empty. Inhale, lengthen, reach. And exhale, step your right foot back to the back edge of your mat. Pivot your right heel down, warrior 2, rise as you are ready. Virabhadrasana 2. So left toes forward, right toes directly to the right side of the room. Your front heel either intersects your back arch or lines up with your back toes, whatever feels better in your body. And then track your front knee towards your pinky toe. Yes, I love that so many of you just look down at your feet. So never be afraid to adjust. Your body is always changing. So rather than tuning out, tune in. Next time you breathe in, reach forward, reach as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, side angle, tip it over. Left hand towards the ground, right towards the sky. Your right arm might reach forward, bicep next to your ear. You might rest your left elbow on your left thigh lightly. Or if the half or full bind is somewhere you want to go for it. Nice, Anais. Keep your heart open and your hips open. So your heart does not want to look down at the ground here. It wants to look up at the sky. Create that action. Take your last couple. Press into both feet, the outer edges. From the press of your feet, next inhale, reverse warrior. So stay in your legs. Reach up, reach back. Good, Hannah. So keep bending your front knee and tracking it towards your pinky toe. See if you can feel your back quad muscle firing. So it's like your back thigh, your muscles are squeezing your femur bone, the big bone in the top of your leg. You want to feel like your muscles are an anaconda. They're fighting that. It's so strong, so powerful. One more big inhale. Yes. And exhale. Let's come all the way down to a low lunge position. So cartwheel your hands down and then just step your back foot to the top of your space. Forward fold. You're doing great. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your big toes together. A little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. So tiny little potato bug ball again, or this time if you want, you can turn it into a toe stand. So balancing on your tiptoes, hug in with your inner thighs, inner knees, inner heels, and see if you can point your knees straight forward. Bring your hands to your heart. So balancing on your tiptoes, and then if you want to play from your toe stand, you can see if you can open your knees out wide to both sides. And then bring your knees back together, just being playful. Good job, friends. Last couple of rounds, wherever you're working. Next time you inhale, spinal extension, halfway lift. So heels down, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to widen your stance if you want. Rise all the way back up, arms overhead, high mountain. Take a moment, pause, check in. Where are your own imbalances when you stand with your arms overhead? How can you be in more optimal alignment for your own body? So I don't know. I can't feel your body. Only you can. Get curious. Left foot roots down. Lift your right knee, standing staff. So good, everybody. Good alignment, good awareness. Flex your right toes back towards your shin. It's called dorsal flexion. Take one more inhale here. Figure 4 with chair plane arms. So outer right ankle, top of left thigh. Swing your arms back as you sit back. Weight is in your left heel, so try not to have your left knee come too far forward. Instead, your butt is going back. You can stay right here and breathe right here, or since we're holding, feel free to play, to explore however you want to on this side. Fall out, come back in. Meet yourself wherever you're at with compassion, with playfulness. So this practice, it's not meant to be taken so seriously all the time. So it's okay sometimes to fall, to laugh at ourselves, get back up, try again. It's not a performance, it's just a practice. Last couple breaths. Nice, Corey. Slowly, let's come back to standing staff, or if you'd rather high mountain, it's just fine. If you're lifting your right knee, option to extend your right leg forward, press through your heel, take one more inhale. Exhale, curtsy squat. So right toes off the left edge of your mat, hands to heart. Get low in your legs. Try to square off your hips. So left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Take your little pulses. Rather than leaning forward and looking at the ground and sticking your butt out, try to tone your belly and reach your tailbone down as you lift the crown of your head up. As low as you can go, hold right there. One more deep breath. Breathe down into your legs. Good work. Inhale high mountain. Reach up. And exhale, little baby back bend. So navel to spine protects low back. Inhale, re-extend. And then take it all the way down nice and easy. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Vinyasa, however you would like. And this time, either down dog or a great place for a child's pose. Great place to grab a drink of water. Take a moment just to feel. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs. So we are going to move through that entire sequence now. One breath, one movement. And it doesn't mean we speed through it as fast as we can and forget to breathe. It means we do the exact opposite. We move super slowly and intentionally with our slow, intentional, deep breaths. So if at any time you feel like I'm cueing too slow for you, see if you can breathe slower. See if you can breathe deeper and bigger. See if you can transition slowly. And in every single pose, you feel it before you move on from it. And if at any time you just want to take a break or you just want to do your own thing, always, that is fine with me. So this practice, remember, it's for you. So honor what you need, even if that means laying on the ground for the rest of practice. I do not care. Honor your body first and always. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. All right, Ujjayi breath. Great big inhale. And as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you'd like to get there. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Inhale. And fold. Exhale. Take it all the way up. Arms extend. Breathe in. Hands to heart center. Exhale. All right, here we go. Breath to movement. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane or float to your tiptoes for drinking bird. Inhale, arcing Tadasana, so heels down, cactus your arms, lift your heart. As you exhale, straight into your dive. Maybe hands together at your third eye center. Lift halfway and lengthen. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep your exhale going as you lower Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift your hips. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, right leg high. Use your strong core. Exhale, step forward softly. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise, reach up. Exhale, you choose airplane lunge or full airplane. Fly, float your back toes up. And inhale, come back, soft landing if possible, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left hand down, inhale, right arm up, twist. Exhale, let it go. Listen here, pivot your back heel down, inhale, warrior two, rise. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, empty out. Yes, reverse your warrior, stay in your legs, reach up and back, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits. I forgot this last time. We're gonna put it right here. Now listen, exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Go straight into it, tuck and curl. Inhale, halfway lift. Realign. So just one. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Inhale, arms reach up, left knee lifts, flex your toes. Exhale, figure four, swing your arms back as you sit back. Good breathing, friends. Inhale, back to standing staff. Option to extend left leg if you want to. And exhale, curtsy squat. Hands to heart, left toes off the right edge, get low. Inhale, reach high, both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. And as you exhale, work your back bend. Tone your belly to protect low back. Puff up your heart. Re-extend, realign, breathe in. And dive down ever so slowly into your fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale. Plant your hands, feet back. Chaturanga. Keep your exhale going or even hold empty as you lower. Inhale. Lift your heart. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, down dog. Nice, Meg. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Use your strong core. Step forward as you exhale. Nice, Letty. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, your choice. Airplane lunge or fly. Back foot floats. Good. Come back, soft landing. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to ground. Right hand stays, left arm reaches up, twist, inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, let it go. Pivot your back heel down, warrior two, rise, inhale. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, empty all the way out. Inhale, reverse, reach up, reach back, fill up with breath. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Listen, inhale, standing splits, right leg lifts. Exhale, straight into your little tiny potato bug ball. So big toes touch, tuck and curl. Inhale, halfway lift. So we're not doing those 3 knee to noses anymore. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Inhale, arms overhead. Lift your right knee up. Exhale, figure four, sit back, arms back. Inhale, standing staff, maybe extend right leg. Exhale, curtsy squat, get low. Inhale, reach high, move slow with your breath. Exhale, cactus your arms, puff up your heart. Inhale, re-extend. Hinge at your hips, take it all the way down and fold. Halfway lift position, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Nice, Jana. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Give yourself just a moment, maybe a couple open mouth sighs here. So we've got one more round, one more time through. This time I am going to add in a few variations, a few more poses. So just like you've been doing, stay present, listen to my cues, take them as invitations. So whatever works, wonderful. If it doesn't, just let it go. Take one more inhale if you're coming with me into your down dog. Exhale, look forward, step or float, top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up, arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, listen, inhale, high mountain. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, side body stretch to your right, send your hips towards the windows, all the way to emptying your breath. Through center, breathe in and switch your grip. Other side, up and over, exhale. Good job. Inhale, center. Now exhale, chair plane or drinking bird, option to float to tiptoes. Arcing Tadasana, heels down, cactus your arms, lift your heart, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. And then straight into your forward fold, exhale all the way down. Lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can always skip it if you'd rather. Inhale, lift your heart. Try not to lock out your elbows. Exhale, lift your hips. All right, listen, inhale, right leg high. Stay and hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Maybe even bend your elbows out, a little push-up. Inhale, three-legged. Now everybody, knee towards your nose, step forward, low lunge. Crescent lunge, inhale. One more time, airplane lunge or fly. Beautiful. Come back to a soft landing. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to the earth. Add your twist. Breathe in, right arm up. Exhale, let it go. Pivot your back heel down. Inhale, warrior two, rise. Exhale, side angle pose. Reach forward, tip it over. This is where we will pause. So take a moment, and only if you would like, option to move into a balancing half moon. So reach your right hand forward, float your back leg up. If you want to stay in side angle, that is fine with me. If your back leg is lifted, make it strong and powerful. So like you're stumping it onto an invisible wall behind you. Awesome, Laurie. Keep your heart open, keep your hips open. Squeeze your outer right butt cheek and see if you can let your hips open more in front of you. One last big deep breath wherever you're at. And everybody will meet in a warrior two. See if you can land softly. If not, no big deal. Take a moment to settle in, to adjust your stance if needed. Next time you breathe in, reverse your warrior. Reach up, reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. Listen, standing splits, left leg high. Straight into your little tiny potato bug ball. Step down. Yes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise. Inhale, arms up, left knee lifts. All right, friends, eagle pose. So left knee on top, left arm on the bottom. Together. If that is too much, instead of a hug, grab the backs of your shoulders. Right knee on top, right elbow on bottom. Lift your elbows up and away from your chest as you squeeze your inner thighs and sit low. Focus right through your arms. Embody an eagle, the energy of an eagle. Breathe it through your body. Take one more round. Good job. Inhale, standing staff. Unwind everything. Maybe extend left leg forward. And exhale, curtsy squat it out. Hands to heart, get low. Inhale, reach high, stretch. Baby back bend. Open your heart, tone your low belly to protect low back. Inhale, re-extend. And then all the way down, traction out your spine. Yes, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. You can always skip it if you'd rather. Inhale, peel your heart open. Do not lock out your elbows, point your elbow tips back. Exhale, down dog. We're almost there. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Hold here if you want, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Other left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left to left. So aim for your armpit, maybe at that push-up. Inhale, back up. Beautiful, everybody. Knee to your nose. Exhale, step through softly. Crescent lunge, slowly rise. Exhale, one more chance to fly on this side. So hinge forward, maybe back foot floats up. And come back, soft landing, breathe in, crescent. Exhale, hands to the earth. Ah. Revolve lunge, left arm to the sky. Open through the left side of your heart. Nice, Paul. Exhale, release, pivot back, heel down, warrior two with your in-breath, rise. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and tip it over. This is where we take a moment, and if you want to, balancing half moon. Reach your left hand forward, float your right foot off the ground. Your right leg should not feel like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. So if it does, it's because you're not engaging any of the muscles in your leg or your foot. Imagine that you are karate kicking with your right leg and it got frozen in space. So there's so much strength in your right leg. Open through the front of your hips, front of your heart. Last big breath. Warrior two, everyone. Soft landing if possible. Take a moment to adjust your stance if needed. Next time you breathe in, reverse your warrior. Reach up, reach back, stretch your left side. Exhale, windmill your hands to the ground. Low lunge. Standing splits, breathe in. Right leg high. Little tiny potato bug ball. Big toes touch, tuck and curl. Yes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Ha. Take it all the way up. Inhale your arms up. Your right knee lifts this time. Eagle pose. So right on top and right elbow under. Or is that right? Right on top. Ooh. Right elbow under. I might have messed up the other side. That's why I'm unsure, because I feel like I said that last time. But it should technically be right under. Hopefully you got both sides. Squeeze through your inner thighs and sit back. So your knees don't come forward, your butt goes back. And then lift your elbows up and away from your chest. Nice, Hannah. Breathe slow, spacious. Eagle pose. What does it feel like to be an eagle? What does it feel like to breathe the energy of an eagle through every part of your body? Just get curious. Use your imagination. One more breath. Inhale, standing staff. Everything unwinds. Maybe you extend right leg forward. Nice, Meg. Exhale, curtsy squat. Hands to heart. Get low. Inhale, reach high. High mountain. One more standing back bend to open your heart and your front body. Inhale, realign. All the way down. Take it down with your exhalation. Beautiful work, everybody. Lift halfway. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa. End up either in down dog or a child's pose. If you would like, couple big open mouth sighs. Just feel everything there is to feel. All that aliveness in your body, all that energy. It's always there. It's just harder to notice. All right, everybody, tabletop position, hands and knees. And from hands and knees, we're gonna move into a modified side plank on our right side. So pivot on your right knee, your right foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand, left leg reaches back, and then left arm up. Modified side plank, open towards the windows. So notice if it feels like you are sticking your butt out behind you. See if you can squeeze your outer right glute and press your hips further forward. Maybe reach your left arm forward and float your left leg up. Final option if you want, bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Once you've got it, see if you can kick and pull with gentle leverage. Let your heart look up. So rather than kicking your foot up, kick your foot straight back and let your heart look up. Squeeze through the outside of your right butt cheek even more. One last big deep breath. And slow release, hands and knees, tabletop. From your hands and your knees, come down to your forearms, setting up a dolphin pose. So grab opposite elbows if that helps. Forearms are parallel. They make a number 11 on the ground. If you would rather, you can make a tripod with your hands as a modification. It will be less intense. Relax your neck. Before you go into your dolphin, friends, curl your toes under and just hover your knees about an inch or so above the ground. Feel your strong shoulders hug in with your upper arms and press down through the belly of your forearms. Keep your shoulders strong and start to lift your hips as high as you can. Walk your toes in as close as you can to your elbows. So one day your hips stack straight over your shoulders. Press your heart towards the back wall. You can stay where you're at or lift your right leg to the sky. Make it strong. Use your right leg to lift you out of your upper body. If you want to take little hops towards forearm stand, go for it. Your left leg is a springboard. You've got 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Soft face, soft jaw. Last big inhale. If you want, open your mouth side out. Right foot down, knees down. Come back up to your hands and your knees, tabletop. We're gonna take thread the needle, so knees at least hips width distance apart. Take your right arm out and all the way up towards the sky. Breathe in here. Exhale to thread your right arm through. So rest down on the outside of your shoulder and the outside of your head gently. So your head and shoulder are on the ground, but there's not tons of weight on them because that invisible rope is still lifting you up from your belly button. So feel that connection. Breathe into your back body a lot. And you can work this pose however you want. You've got about 4 or 5 more breaths. Soft through your face, your jaw. If you do happen to have your left hand or your left knee lifted, bring them both back to the ground. Next time you breathe in, unthread your right arm. Reach it out and up one more time. And then right hand comes down. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Peel your right hip open. So bend your right knee, reach your knee out and up. So ideally, other right leg, man and Laurie. Ideally, you do not want to sink into your left shoulder. You want your shoulders strong. And this mobility should come just from your right hip joint. Squeeze your outer right butt cheek and lift your knee higher. Stay here if you want, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Reach your right arm forward. Maybe bring your right hand even behind your head, a little support. Breathe down your front body, stretch your abdominal wall. One more inhale. Nice, Chris. Come back, 3-legged down dog, friends. See if you can square off your hips, feel the big difference. One more in-breath. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Bring your body down gently. So try to get your right knee nice and wide towards the outer right edge of your mat. So you're getting that nice external rotation in your hip joint. And energetically, I know it seems almost counterintuitive, but energetically, you're pulling your right butt cheek back, 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 and up, up, up. So you're not just sinking and plopping down into this pose. When you do that, all that happens is you exploit the hypermobility in your joints. So we want to plug the femur bone into the hip socket, make that joint really stable first, so we can stretch the muscles around it. So imagine that invisible rope attached to your right butt cheek. It's pulling up and tugging back as your heart goes forward and down. Be here for about 5 to 7 more breaths. So if you can notice, where are you tensing up that you actually do not need to be? Where are you resisting? Just by noticing, see if anything shifts. There's no right or wrong. There's no destination. Just this moment. Just observation, curiosity. Anytime you need big open mouth sigh, it can be super valuable. Last couple rounds, friends. Just like we did at the very beginning of our practice, next time you inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can. Take that extra little sip and send it down into your hips. And then sigh it out. Ah. Good job. We're coming into a 3-legged tabletop. So listen, start to lift your upper body. Plant your hands and then scoot your back knee forward so your hips lift up. Unthread your right leg. Give it a nice little shaky shake. After a few shaky shakes, guess where we're headed? Modified side plank. So pivot on your left knee. Reach your right arm to the sky. Of course, you can set your right foot down on the ground if you want to. You could also keep your right foot lifted, your right leg strong. Option to extend your right arm forward and lengthen through your right side. So really reaching from fingertips all the way back to your right foot. And then final option, if you would like, bend your right knee, reach back and grab hold of your foot. Rather than kicking your foot up, which is easier, I know, try to kick your foot straight back and let your heart look up. So you want to squeeze through your outer left butt cheek. It's called your medial glute. We have a really hard time engaging this muscle. So see if you can start to activate it, wake it up. Take one last big deep breath, open through the front of your heart. Nice, Jane, slow release, hands and knees. Set up for one more dolphin pose. Dolphin pose is such a therapeutic pose for our shoulders and our upper back if you let it be. So relax your neck, let your head be heavy, curl your toes under, and you can go straight into dolphin, or if you want to come into it slowly, first hovering your knees and then lifting your hips, feel free. So we've got about 5 rounds total. Walk your toes in as close as they will go. And you can bend your knees, you can be on your tiptoes. Try not to let your shoulders come forward of your elbows. They're straight on top of your elbows. Press your heart back. If you want to lift your left leg, lift your left leg. If you want to take little hops, take little hops. Right leg is your springboard. Your left leg stays strong as it floats in space. Ah, good job, everybody. Active through your left foot if it's lifted. One last big, huge in-breath. If you want, open your mouth, sigh it out. Bring your left foot down. Bring your knees down. Come up to hands and knees, tabletop. Knees at least hips-width distance apart. We're setting up thread the needle, left arm out all the way up, breathe in. And exhale to thread it through. Anywhere you want to go on this side does not necessarily have to be exactly what you did on the other. Soft through your facial muscles. If you had an outer shell, what would it feel like to soften your outer shell? If you had armor on the back of your heart, what would it feel like to breathe and expand, almost cracking open that armor? Take about 2 more rounds here. If you have your right hand or your right knee lifted, slowly return them to the earth. Next time you breathe in, unthread your left arm, reach it out and up once more. And then exhale, left hand down, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And then see if you can make this movement come from just your left hip joint. So peel your left hip open, bend your left knee, reach it out and up. Feel that medial glute on your outer left hip engage to open your hip and to lift your knee as high as it will go. Take one more inhale here. Exhale if you'd like, flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Left arm forward, open through your front body, lift your hips. Beautiful, nice Charles. Breathe down and stretch your abdominal wall. One last inhale. Nice job, nice Jane. Come back, three-legged down dog. Square off your hips and see what it feels like. Feel the difference. One more inhale. Pigeon pose, left shin to the top of your space. Come down gently. And I should have said this on the other side, but most of you did it anyways. If you want to take this on your back, of course, that's fine. Otherwise, left knee wide. Pull your left butt cheek up, 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 and back, back, back as your heart bows forward. So if you are somebody that you can just easily plop your hips on the ground and your left butt cheek touches the ground, try not to do that. So your practice then is not flexibility, it's stability. Stabilizing your joints rather than just hyperextending and pulling on tendons and ligaments. So it makes me sad because a lot of people get injured in yoga and they think it's yoga's fault, but really it's just a lack of awareness. It's a lack of education. So we don't want to just push ourselves into our deepest flexibility, and especially if you are someone who naturally has hypermobility in your joints, then you're learning to stabilize. It's just as much of the practice as mobility and flexibility. Take about 4 or 5 more rounds on this side. Anytime you want, friends, that open mouth sigh might feel real nice. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Hold, extra little sip. Please, Jody, and then let it out your mouth. Ah. All right, slowly start to lift your upper body. Plant your hands and scoot your back knee forward. And then unthread your left leg. So you'll be in that 3-legged tabletop again. Give your left leg a little shaky shake. After a few shakes, take your left toes off the right edge of your mat. So they're curled under, push them into the ground. Pull your hips to the left as you gaze back over your right shoulder. So you can kind of lean your hips over to the left. Take one more round into your long left side. And then back through center, we'll just switch. So set your left knee down, extend your right leg back, right toes off the left edge. And then gaze back over, left shoulder, look back at your tiptoes. Sometimes I like to round my back and kind of peekaboo under my armpit. Sometimes I even like to use my left heel I dig it into my right quad like I'm using a lacrosse ball to massage my leg out. One more round on this side. Back to hands and knees. Back to one final down dog, just to stretch. And if you want to move through one final vinyasa, you're welcome to rock forward into a high plank. And just move through one last vinyasa, find your way back to down dog. You can walk it out a little bit, or you can just be still and breathe into all that length and all that space you've created in your body. Good job, everybody. Take one more big, spacious inhale into your down dog. And exhale. We'll find our way onto our back. So you could step or hop to or through your hands if you want to, come into a seat, or just bring your knees down. However you want to get there, all the way onto your back, and whichever direction you want to face is fine with me. Once you're on your back, just like we did at the very beginning of our practice, take a little rock, hug your knees in, rock side to side. Set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. And we'll take one final heart opener. So set up for a bridge pose, but if you want to go into a full back bend, upward facing bow, please feel free. So if you're coming with me for a bridge, arms down by your sides, all 10 toes face forward. Your feet are hips width distance apart. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up, and then inhale, peel your spine off your mat. Once you get to the top of your bridge, you might kind of shimmy your shoulders underneath you. If you want to interlace your fingers, or if you come to my class often and you've done those lifts and lowers of your butt, you could do some of those. If there's anywhere else, any other variation you want to take, even if it's a restorative variation with a block under your sacrum. It's all you. Take about 3, 4, 5 deep breaths in this last heart opener. I'm just going to say, everyone in your own time, mindfully, intentionally find your way back down to a neutral spine. No hurry. Once you are back in your neutral spine, windshield wipers. So take your feet out to the width of your mat, nice and wide. Your arms can tee out or just goalpost your arms against the ground and side to side. Go slow enough to actually feel your low back, feel your hips. I like to flex my toes a little bit when I take windshield wipers. As your knees fall to one side, especially pay attention to your top leg. Reach it forward, reach your knee forward and down. You can stay on one side a little bit longer if you'd like. So be here for just a couple more breaths or so. When you've had enough of your windshield wipers, you feel complete with them, happy baby pose. When you're happy baby, you can rock a little bit, you can pull a bow and arrow, extend one leg and pull the other leg in towards you on the other side. You could even extend both legs at the same time if that's available to you. So explore and play just like a happy baby. Embody a happy baby. And then if there are any other poses, any finishing movements, any last little stretches or wiggles you want to get out, now is your time. So if you want one final inversion, or maybe You want to roll out your wrists and your ankles. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. So take your time and eventually start settling into your final relaxation, your final resting pose. And as you get there, as you transition, I will read to you. This is a quote by Ram Dass. He says, "The more I do inner work, the more my awareness breaks